So first up at number 1, and in no particular order, we have Patience by Guns N' Roses. This was released in 1988 on their album GNR Lies. I still remember seeing the music video for this many years ago on MTV, and I was obviously a big Guns N' Roses fan, and just seeing them all sit around in a studio playing acoustic seemed very surreal, because obviously they're known for their fast solos and heavy rock riffs, and they're all just sitting there with their long rock and roll hair playing a nice song on acoustic. Guns N' Roses don't have many acoustic songs, but the few they have are awesome. This is one of them, and it's made my top 10. Next up we have Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You by the mighty Led Zeppelin. This was released in 1969 and it's from their self-titled debut album Led Zeppelin. Most people would probably say that Stairway to Heaven is their greatest acoustic intro, but that's too obvious. We don't want that. Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You was released before and it's better, in my opinion. This is my top 10, remember. It can be a little tricky at first to get the finger picking for this intro, but once you nail it, it's a lot of fun to play, and it's a similar kind of pattern throughout the whole song. A great piece to learn to play anytime and maybe impress all your mates. Here we go. You can also play it fingerstyle. Next up we have the tragic song Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. This was released in 1992 on the Rush film soundtrack. Sadly, this is a song written about Eric's son who died at the age of 4. You can look it up online, I won't go into the details. Although tragic, this incredible piece of music was created by Eric. We are all forever grateful and obviously very sorry for his loss. Some really cool finger picking parts on this one as well. One of my all-time favourite acoustic pieces. Tears in Heaven, here we go. Okay, so next up we have More Than Words by Extreme from their album Porno Graffiti. Another band like Guns N' Roses that are really more known for the heavy electric guitar parts and solos, big riffs and all that kind of stuff. But for this track, they completely stripped down all the instrumentation just to acoustic, which is why it's in this video. Duh. It's one of those beautifully crafted songs that don't come around very often. The acoustic part stands on its own, even without the amazing vocals. It's just so memorable. It's a great intro. Here we go. Next up, we have one of the first songs I ever learned called Wonderwall by the Beatles? Jesus Christ. I'm just kidding, Noel. Don't hurt me. Obviously, it's really by Oasis. There's been this thing for years that supposedly Oasis have stolen all of the Beatles songs. No, they haven't. They just write some really basic, amazing songs like the Beatles did. Anyway, we're not getting into that. Back in the day, I truly believed this would be the song that would get me laid, or, to be honest, just get me some female attention. Did it work? Not really. You've got a capo on the 2nd fret and some basic chords, but boy, is this not memorable and a lot of fun to play. Very simple. What more can you ask for? This is number 5. On the street. Next up, we have a stunning piece of guitar work. Simple, mellow, beautiful. It's by Damien Rice. It's Cannonball from his album Oh! This one uses a capo on the 6th fret. Here we go. I could just keep playing that for hours and hours. Next up, we have an intro from one of my all-time favourite bands, the Beatles. George Harrison is a freaking genius. God rest his soul, rest in peace, all that shizzle. This is Here Comes the Sun. This has a capo on the 7th fret. It's just a simple piece of music that follows the melody of the vocals, and it's just lush, man. It's lush. Here we go. So beautiful. Okay, next up we have a very cool track by Incubus called Drive from Make Yourself. This was probably the first time I was introduced to chords that weren't just the normal bar chords. There's some 7ths in there and some minor 9s. Really cool chords in there. Still remember the day it was released and I was kind of drawn into it. It's such a beautiful piece of music. Here we go, Drive by Incubus. Number 9, we have Cemetery Gates by Pantera, who are of course known for their lovely chilled out classical guitar pieces. Relax, I'm joking. It's a joke. I'm kidding, of course. Like your Guns N' Roses and Extreme, they're known for their heavy, heavy stuff. Heavier than Guns N' Roses, actually, and extreme, really. There.
Metal!
This was released in 1990 from their album Cowboys from Hell. Here we go. We come to number 10. This is probably one of my all-time favourite tracks in general, not for acoustic or just for acoustic intros. This is Angie by the Rolling Stones. Thanks, Dad, you ruined my life. I just have to listen to the Rolling Stones constantly now. Here it is, Angie. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment of the suggestions you want for next week's video. Leave a like. Big thanks to these guys on my Patrons. They support me for $5 or $7 a month, and in return they get their lovely names posted after all my videos for as long as they support me. Keep supporting me, man. Not only that, they get access to my backing tracks and tabs. There's over 100 on there now. There's so many. It's value for money for $5 or $7 a month. Obviously, I'll be adding more and more as I go along through the years. Yeah, you'll also be automatically added to the giveaways that are going on for the next couple of weeks. Don't miss out on that. I'll see you for another video very soon. Take care, guys.